He's still going strong, this long-time contender at light welter and lightweight. Seldom had much luck. The opponent tonight, Alan Temple, even older at 33, spent his career searching in vain for a breakthrough too, but always worthy of respect.
6 out.
13 years in this up-and-down professional business for Norwich's popular, seasoned and good domestic fighter, Jon Thaxton. Unlucky, to be honest, not to have some sort of title. And he floors Alan Temple in the opening 15 seconds here in a rematch. He did this last time they met. Floored the Hartlepool veteran in the first. Had to go the distance, but it's an electric start from Thaxton.
Yeah, he tends to start all of his fights quickly in the opening round. Doesn't always pay off, but it certainly paid off that time. That was a good leading right hook, but Temple has taken it well.
Good amateur in his day, Alan Temple, but a brittle look about his professional slate, really. If you allow him to get into a rhythm, he can box well, but Thaxton obviously wants to jump him early.
See, I think it's actually physical strength that was maybe lacking with Temple. Excellent amateur pedigree, lovely boxer at his own pace, but when you're boxing for titles and it reaches that little hard bit, he's maybe just not physically strong enough. But excellent boxer, just maybe coming towards the end now.
Yeah, he's 33 in fight number 36. Thaxton 31, also in fight number 36. Is there one more drive towards a British belt for Thaxton, who's failed a couple of times at domestic level?
Well, Thaxton is challenging all the lightweights in the country, but at 10 stone 5 tonight, I mean, I know there's nothing at stake, but I mean, a lightweight doesn't want to be away up towards the welterweight limit, does he? But he reckons he can do 9-9. Fair enough.
That's a lot of weight to take off, and he looks in pretty good shape tonight.
Well, he's getting the kind of hook come jab from the southpaw stance, landing fairly regularly. So he's finding the range with Temple a little bit quicker than I expected.
Right hand there. Temple's lack of power has let him down. Just walked into another one. Looks probably slowing a bit with age. Temple, easier to hit these days.
He's finding a bit of rhythm now. He's warmed up. I think he was just caught cold with the opening right hook shot that put him over. He was never in serious trouble. But I think the same punches now, he's managing to take them. But a big round for Thaxton.
Big round. Get yourself out and breathe.
But how about this for a start?
Yeah, I've just seen me catch him. Just a glancing blow, but it had the desired effect, but it wasn't seriously hurt. There it goes. Yep, just in the point of the chin. Looked a little bit stunned as he landed, but his head cleared immediately. And a bit more rhythm in his boxing as the round wore on. But it's a 10-8 start for Jonathan Thaxton.
Deep breaths. Okay, good deep breaths. Come on, breathe up.
Graham Everett,
That's it. Now take your time.
who trains
Pick your
Thaxton
shots. Keep
locally
low.
in Norwich
Just like
now.
in the gym. Keep down. Let the punches flow.
Has been a member
Right,
of the
don't look for ball
Ingle
moving
team
on.
for many
Come
years
natural.
up in Sheffield.
Okay, got it.
Travelling back and forth. Excellent for the game, Thaxton's been. Here's the second, the black and gold skirt outfit of Jono Thaxton from Norwich, and Hartlepool. Alan Temple again has to go down, second time in the fight. Short little shot.
It was actually the punch that landed before that, Adam. It's caught him a little bit high. It completely disorientated him. The second one was just the icing on the cake, but he was stunned by the opening punch of the round. His head's not clearing.
Thaxton may go for it now. He's hurt Temple. and looks too strong.
These punches are all landing fairly high, but they're stunning Temple. He can't get his head cleared. Thaxton just wants to take his time here. He's landing, doesn't want to become erratic. Just settle down. This could be all over.
Yeah, last time they met, only over 4 rounds. And Temple fiddled his way through. Thaxton will try not to let that happen again. Take the initiative and the advantage, because he's really got it here. And again, Temple bundled down this time. Ian John Lewis says no knockdown, but there's the physical strength of Thaxton.
Yeah, it's just with the forearm that bowled him over there. I think that was a good call from the referee. But Thaxton looking by far the stronger.
Twice legitimately, and once not, but 3 times on the canvas already for Alan Temple. It's not looking good.
I mean, he's telegraphing some of his punches, Thaxton, but they're still landing, so I think that lets you know that maybe Temple not quite as quick on his feet as he used to be.
Yeah, he's flirted with retirement a couple of times already, Temple. He answered this at late notice. He's been a good, honest pro over the years. And it's been hard for him.
Thaxton's done nothing with his left hand this round. I'm wondering, is there a problem there? I mean, and this round has just been something you hang the glove on. Now, there it goes, he's thrown it there. I just wonder why it was redundant for so long there.
Again, trying the right hand, which has had the success. And there's the left hook. Nothing wrong with that. Blood to the nose of Temple.
He's convinced me with that shot. There's nothing wrong with the left hand.
There's a sharp start for Jon Thaxton. Knockdowns and ring dominance. Peter Cope, been with Alan Temple a long time. He's been stopped by Bobby Vanzi, Steve Murray, Tanvir Ahmed.
See, that was the punch, I think, that caused the problems. He was a little bit stunned, and then as you see, as Thaxton moved in, I think that the damage had already been done. That was a kind of glancing blow that actually put him on the floor, but that clubbing right hand to the temple, you can see how unsteady he was. The left hand was a good enough shot. I think the damage was done with the clubbing right. And there's the left hand, just as I was wondering if there was something wrong with it. That answered my question. Maybe not as smooth as he would like to be at the moment, Thaxton. He's having to reach, stretch and lunge to get his punches in. But he has himself well in front at the moment.
Third round in the 10 stone 7 welterweight division, although Jon Thaxton wants to try and get amongst the British lightweight scene. This the venue for probably his biggest win, when he flattened Paul Scrap Iron Bryan 10 weeks ago with a perfect left hook. And they want to do it again to Temple. A decade ago, that. Amazing night for Thaxton. He never got the reward of a British title shot. Doing pretty much everything as he pleases here. That's better from Temple.
See, Thaxton is standing off a bit more in this round. Boxing, which does suit Temple a little bit, gives him time to get the punches off. When it's all out pressure from Thaxton, then Temple finds it difficult to cope with.
Yeah, sometimes been easy to catch Thaxton.
He's just a little bit ragged in his approach work, Thaxton. I mean, obviously with the knockdowns, he's well in front, but he's walking right onto that jab now. not pressurising quite the same as he was. He's reaching with that leading southpaw jab. Yep, Temple finding a little bit of rhythm in his boxing at last.
Glimpses of the boxing ability of Alan Temple, who did beat the former British lightweight champion Wayne Rigby. He's had one or two upset wins, but the solid strength of Thaxton will give him trouble.
Yeah, but he hasn't managed to impose himself on Temple the same way in this round, and now you're seeing just how nicely Temple can box if he's allowed to.
Yeah, just when he's light on his feet, popping out the jab, took him to 2 ABA titles. Physically, and the chin has let him down through the years.
Well, Temple must have been feeling that he badly needed a good round, and he's having one now, really boxing well, not taking too much. Southpaw jab working.
Yeah, just popping out the shots, Temple. Bit of confidence and a good round of boxing. Less from Thaxton. Is the belief still with Alan Temple? Is the fourth round. Blue and white, as always, for the 33-year-old from Hartlepool. Southpaw, Jon Thaxton, normally a southpaw, occasionally switch hits in the old mode of the Winkerbank stable up in Sheffield.
Thaxton trying to raise the tempo here, but falling short. Lot more confidence in Temple's work now.
2 knockdowns in Thaxton's favour in the first couple of rounds. Temple just getting a slight foothold in the third.
Still needs a bit more smoothness, Thaxton. Still lunging in with the punches, feet all over the place, and against a counter puncher. Not the way to do things.
It's walking into that right hand as well. Temple may not have done that a few years ago, because it's always been a style that's had to depend on speed and reflexes and swift of foot, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, he's up through the divisions too. I mean, he started off down as a lightweight as well. So if he's not strong enough at lightweight, then obviously things are going to get tougher up here. But he's enjoying himself a lot more now than he was in a couple of the early rounds.
Jason Rowland beat Jon Thaxton here, albeit on cuts. He was very brave in an effort against Ricky Hatton, but was outboxed all night at the Wembley Conference Centre. Blood to the nose of Temple.
Well, Thaxton has gone for the early finish, didn't come his way, so the pace is settled now. But I think this pace suits Temple a lot more.
Just countering quite effectively, still looking for the jab to Temple.
See, Thaxton's reaching with his punches, and that's allowing the Temple to get the counters off. He's going to have to get his feet a little bit closer before he lets the punches go. He's not really pressurised Temple in the last couple of rounds. Becoming tougher for him.
He's been out of range, Jon Thaxton, last few. 5. Here's the fifth. Second half of this affair, and an interesting one. All Thaxton first couple of rounds with the knockdowns, 10-8 rounds, but Alan Temple just clawing his way back into this, and you feel that the man from Norwich needs a big session here.
He's got to get himself a little bit close, and he's doing that now, getting the feet up before he lets the punches go.
Fitness fanatic Jon Thaxton, and selling out the little arena as Norwich. It built up a following over the years, and he's starting to come on strong again here in the fair.
Yeah, he's doing something different now. He's getting a little bit closer. He's coming around with his left hand, hitting with the left hand there. It's working again.
Back up on the nose and right eye of Alan Temple. Just came about there.
Well, Thaxton is making it his kind of fight again, still no smoothness, but taking maybe some of the confident look away from Temple. This is the way he has to do business, to initiate attacks, control the tempo.
Right hand too. It is the persistence and strength and the smile on the face at last of Jon Thaxton.
And he's not leading single punches either. This is good work from Thaxton now. He found it the second one he was waiting for. But he's doubling up with the shot, not reaching with single punches, which were being well countered in the previous round.
And getting his jab going at long. Blood trickles from the cut in the temple eye. And he and John Lewis want to have a look at it. Peter Cope in the corner. It's fine. They'll let it go on for now. But this is probably just what Thaxton needed at this point.
Yeah, well, he's doing what's required. He struggled for a couple of rounds when he was reeling with his punches, throwing single shots. He's stepping in now, taking control a little bit more. See, there you go. I mean, the first punch misses. Again, the left hand's working fine. He wants to work with that a bit early.
Down Temple goes, and this time it looks serious. Blood from the eye and the nose. Trying to get to his feet. Even John Lewis, he's alert. No more. And it is 8 victories in a row now for Jon Thaxton, who keeps his career very much alive. A repeat win over Alan Temple, this time inside in the distance. And you know what? It might be a decent year for him.
Yeah, I think so. I think Jonathan Thaxton showed his style has something to offer tonight. So had things pretty much his own way in the early stages. Looked as though he would be a comfortable winner, but then a couple of sticky patches, and that was the left hand was working so well. I wondered in some of the earlier rounds, was there something wrong with it? He wasn't using it. But look what happens when he started using it. It caused all the problems there in the finishing round. But as I say, a couple of sticky patches, he had to come through, but he grit his teeth and come back with the punches that mattered. And I think probably if that punch had landed while Temple was having one of his good rounds, he may have taken it and come back from it. But I think things were turning against him at this point. And I think he'd given the best he could. I don't think he had much more to offer. And I'm glad it was ruled over at that point. I don't think he had much more he could do. We'd seen the best of him, and it wasn't really all that. He did put up a fight when Ian John Lewis stepped in. But a good night's work for Jonathan Thaxton.
And a big smile for Jon Thaxton, 29th win in his long career.